Russian President Vladimir Putin is trying to make sure Russians don't know what's really happening in Ukraine. Good evening, I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. Putin is banning social media in Russia and threatening reporters with prison if they don't tell stories the way he wants those stories told. Also today, the United Nations refused Ukraine's request for a no-fly zone over the country, citing fears of escalating the fight, and the Ukraine president criticized NATO for that. Plus, the Pentagon now says Russia has fired about 500 missiles during the invasion. Fox 4's Blake Hansen has more on the latest developments tonight. Blake.
Steve, the head of Ukraine's Security Council said today that more than 800 children have been wounded in the war. And according to French President Emmanuel Macron, Putin told him that he intends to press on with the attack until the very end. The strategic port city of Mariupol is under heavy siege. Local officials say much of the city's electricity, heat, and water have been cut off. Medics rushing house to house to check on residents. It is a city where on Wednesday, a 16-year-old boy was injured by artillery fire while playing soccer. He didn't survive. The Pentagon said Friday there have been 500 Russian missile strikes since the start of the invasion. Meanwhile, there is new video of firefighters extinguishing flames at a building that is part of Europe's largest nuclear plant. There's no evidence that radiation leaked, but the Russian attack on the facility overnight has drawn international condemnation.
By the grace of God, the world narrowly averted a nuclear catastrophe last night. It was incredibly reckless and dangerous, and it threatened the safety of civilians across Russia, Ukraine, and Europe.
After days of Ukraine pleading for NATO to institute a no-fly zone, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky condemned the alliance for not doing more, saying, "All the people who die from this day forward will also die because of you." NATO has refused to issue a no-fly zone since enforcement would require it to down Russian aircraft, risking further escalation.
We understand the desperation, but we also believe that if we did that, we'll end up with something that could end in a full-fledged war in Europe.
The information war Russian leaders are waging in their own country is escalating. Russia has blocked Facebook and Twitter, and President Vladimir Putin signed legislation Friday criminalizing reporting of the war in Ukraine that differs from the Kremlin's narrative. Foreign outlets have started to withdraw journalists for fear they could be imprisoned up to 15 years for reporting the truth. The White House, meanwhile, responded Friday to a tweet from Republican South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham, who appeared to call for Putin to be assassinated.
That is not the position of the United States government, and certainly not a statement you'd hear come from the mouth of anybody working in this administration.
U.S. senators are set to meet virtually early tomorrow morning with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Steve?
All right, Blake Hansen reporting live. Thanks, Blake.